From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, hope you had a nice Sunday so far. Well, taking a look from 22,000 miles up, I would say the weather's just about cooperating. Pretty much no cloud cover across the North State. We have a nice clear sky across the area. The warming trend is really starting to take hold across much of the region, right? So let's take a look at the futurecast and see just how little there is to talk about, because there really isn't, right? We really don't have any precipitation chances in the near term. In fact, I think we actually hold this out through the rest of this week as well, at least for most of it, right? I think we pretty much stay dry. Now, of course, along the coast, probably going to see some of those clouds sticking around, those stubborn clouds along the marine boundary layer. But for the rest of us, I think we stay mostly clear. And way up north here tomorrow morning, notice you see a few patchy areas of precipitation. I really don't think that's going to be a big deal, so don't plan your day around that. I think we have another nice day in store for us across the North State here for our Monday. Definitely no Monday blues in sight for us, right? I think actually as we head through tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to reinforce this warming trend, right, with these clear skies. Maybe a few patchy clouds moving in by midweek, but notice even by Wednesday and Thursday, that system that we saw there earlier on this week, it really just doesn't do much. It really fades away pretty quickly. High pressure is going to be the dominant force here. And it's no surprise, of course, that we see these warming trends with this high pressure really starting to form here off to our west. That's kind of protecting us from that more active pattern, what's keeping us warm here over the next several days. Now, as we head towards the weekend, looks like another system might dive in here. That's probably going to cool us down and might increase our precipitation chances. But as for the week itself, looks like we hold that warmth, we hold those dry conditions, and like I said, only towards Saturday and Sunday do we start to get a little more unsettled. Here's your marine high forecast for the waves. Looks like as we head through tonight and into tomorrow, we're probably going to hold fairly steady, and where we're at is about 7 to 8 feet, maybe isolated spots higher, about 30 or 40 nautical miles off the coast. Along the coast, 4 to 6 feet is the story, so just a little rambunctious, but definitely not too bad out there compared to some of the days I've seen here in weeks past. Here's your highs for tomorrow, or well, for today rather. It's going to be very similar to tomorrow is kind of the best way to put it. Now along the coast, 50s, lower 60s, head a little further inland, you get those 60s taken back over. Out towards Siskiyou County, widespread 60s is the story. Same for Modoc County. Notice out there, Chester, Quincy, and Doyle out to the east, and Susanville, you're probably going to be in the upper 60s, near 70 there. Down through the valley, we're probably going to be in the upper 70s. One or two of us, especially down by Willows, probably going to right there, just barely creep by 80. But I think by tomorrow, especially, that's whenever we're going to start seeing those more widespread warmer temperatures take over, and where we're going to see the 80s really take hold in the valley. So let's take a look at the big picture. We'll start with Trinity County. Widespread 60s is going to be the story here through tomorrow. Notice, though, as we head through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the warmest portion of the week, that's whenever we start seeing those mid to upper 70s take over here across the area. Along the coast, upper 50s is the story. Garberville down to Alder Point, that's going to be, mid 60s is kind of the story there. We might even creep out, though, and get in the lower 60s here along the coast. So we even see kind of that warming trend out here as well. But that's really just a consequence of the fact that we don't have as much cloud cover as we head through the middle portions of the week. So definitely much better conditions, at least in this aspect here. Taking a look up in portions of Delaware County, right by the state line. I think we're going to be staying there kind of in mid to upper 50s. Hoopa down to Willow Creek, probably there in the lower 60s. But check it out inland here. You get those 70s taken back over here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which again, those 3 days, middle and end portions of the week, look like the best days of the week, if you ask me. Out towards Siskiyou County, looks like for tomorrow, we're going to be in the upper 50s, lower 60s, but we'll be in the 60s and 70s by Thursday and Friday in Mount Shasta City. Out towards Modoc County, mid 50s for the day tomorrow, with 60s and 70s again Thursday and Friday. So you can kind of see what that trend does, right? It builds up as you head deeper and deeper into the week. Out towards the Eastern Mountains and Plumas County, 50s, 60s is the story. You're not really seeing much in the way of 70s, but Greenville down to Quincy, you might very well eke out a 70. That's kind of what I was saying there. Give it 1 to 2 degrees of wiggle room, but out Susanville way, you can kind of sort of see the trend, right? Check those 70s Thursday and into Friday. And of course, down through the valley, here's what I was talking about. You got those widespread 70s with 80s taken back over here in the big picture. You can really see even some mid 80s creeping back in as we head towards that warmer time frame there. And up from Lakehead all the way down to Red Bluff. Again, there are those 70s as we head through tomorrow. But again, 82s, 83s really starting to kind of seem like what we're looking at as we head towards Wednesday, as we head towards Thursday, as we head towards Friday. So like I said, reinforcing that really nice trend here. Not a lot to talk about. Only towards next weekend does it seem I'll be back with you with some perhaps more unsettled forecast updates. I'll be back with you at 6 tonight for another look at your forecast fresh from the Weather NorCal Command Center. I'll speak to you then.